Hello, it's Mr. Downs here, and I am going to do a little bit of computing with you today. So I'm going to show you how to create a maze game on Scratch. Now, Scratch is a fantastic website. It's free to use and to create an account on, so it's a really good one for making things in computing or making games. There's all sorts on there that you can do. But we're going to have a little go at trying to make a simple maze game. Now, you might be a little bit stuck on how to do that. So what we're going to use is we're going to use some templates, and that'll help us create our own. So if in this search bar here, if you were to type in crab maze into there, okay, it'll bring up these ones. Now this one's a really good one, so I'm going to show you this one. If I click onto that one, then it's a really simple maze game. Make it a little bit bigger. So when I press the green flag, my crab starts moving. I can collect all these different little like red coins for money, and you can see in the top left my score's going up as well. So that's really good. That's another aspect that you can add to your game. So I'm using the arrow keys to try and make my way around the maze. If I hit the walls, then it'll completely stop the game, which obviously I don't want. And I'm trying to get here to the finish line, just over here. So when I hit this green, it's going to take me to another level. Now there's 3 levels in this game, which is really good. I'm trying to carry on collecting the coins, but if I hit the wall, then everything stops. All right. Now you might be looking at it thinking, oh, I've got absolutely no idea how to make that. And that's why I'm showing you a template. Right? It's an easier way of creating one. So if I go over here to where it says see inside, and I click on that, that'll take me to the code on the inside. And this is how it's been made. So in the crab down here, it's got this coding that's been created. So when I click the green flag, and you can use these blocks, forever goes all the way around it. I want it to always move one step, and that's why it keeps moving on its own. If I press the right arrow key, then it turns 15 degrees to the right. If I press the left arrow key, then it turns 15 degrees to the left. And also it's got in there, if the red colour, which is the colour of the crab, touches the colour of the walls, then everything should stop. So that's the basic programming that I need to be able to create my maze. Now there's all sorts of other things in there as well. See here, this is when you click the beginning, forever. If you click that certain colour there, then that's the end level. You'll go to the next level. If I go a little bit further down, this is why the crab changes how it looks as you go down. And if I go down here, this sends it to the beginning, and this sends it to where I need to go for the next level. So there's all sorts of coding in there that I can just go in and have a look at how they've created it. There's also the money over here, the little red coins that I was collecting. If I click on those, then it shows me how they work too. So when I go on to the next level, I obviously want them to show themselves again. And this is how I change the score as I'm going. So it gives me a really good help guide of how to have a go at creating my own. Right? So I'm going to go back to the crab, and that's going to show me how to make it. So instead of being on the crab maze, I'm going to have a go at creating my own here. So if I create my own, then it will take me to area where I can start creating my own project, and it looks like this. Now if I go back on here, right, that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to have a go at trying to recreate this. So over here, I don't want that sprite, I don't want the cat, so I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to click over here, and I'm going to go and find the crab. If I just type in here that I want the crab, and now I've got the crab. Oh, it's a little bit big there, so I'm going to change its size from 100 down to 50. Yeah, that looks like a good size. Alright, so I can go back on here and I can look for all this code. So when I click the green flag, that's what I need first. So I'll have a look at these controls over here, and if I look back, it's like a yellowy colour, and that'll help me out. I can go to the yellowy colour, there it is. So when I click the green flag, and I wanted a forever loop, and that was this colour, bring that over and they'll connect together like a little bit of a jigsaw. Now I'm going to go back on here. I want it to move. I can see that's blue as well. So I can go on motion, which is blue. I want it to move, and I'm going to say move 1 step. Now I can keep checking it and seeing how it's working, so I'm going to click on the green flag. Oh yeah, and I can see already that's working. Excellent. So I'm going to stop. Go back on here, and I wanted an if the right arrow key is pressed, then I want it to turn right. So I'll go back on there. So if, I'll put that in there as well, if the, and I'll have a little look, sensing, if the key here, the right arrow key, is pressed, then I want it to move 15 degrees to the right. Right, let's have a look at how that works. Oh, wonderful, that's working perfectly. Now I want it to move to the left now, don't I? So, hang on, is there a quicker way of doing this? Oh, if I go on here, and I click the if bit, and I right click it, I can copy it, and I've got it again there. And I'm going to change it to the left key, and I don't want it to be turning right this time, so I'm going to get this, I'm going to put it over there. I want it to turn left. I'm going to put that in there. Right, now, oh, excellent, that moves exactly like I want it to. Brilliant. So I'm just going to stop it there. Alright, have a look. There's a few more things I could do, but I don't actually have the maze, do I? So I need to have a go at creating the maze. So if I go back onto my Scratch program here, then I'm looking at the backgrounds now. And the backgrounds are all the way over here on the right. So I'm going to have a go at trying to make my own background. Now I want it to look a little bit like a maze. So I'm going to have a go at trying to paint one. It'd be really easy if I did it with lines actually, because that would mean I wouldn't have to paint the whole thing. So I'm going to make my line just a little bit bigger, and I'm going to see what that looks like. So let me go. Oh yeah, that looks good. Maze there, a line there, a line there, a line there, one there, one there. That's a really good start to my maze there. Excellent. I'm really, really happy with that. So I'm going to go back to the crab. Alright. And I want to go back to the code over here to make sure I can see everything. So I want it to, when it's touching the actual colour of the maze, I want it to stop everything. Right. So we'll have a little look at doing that. So I'll go on to control, and if it's doing something, and this was about sensing, it was about touching colours. Alright, so if the crab colour is touching the wall colour, then everything, I'll have a little look at what it says. It says for everything to stop. Alright, so I'll have a little look at that. Then I want everything to stop working there. Now these colours aren't quite right at the minute, so I'm just going to click on it, and I'm going to sample here and make sure I've got the perfect colour, that crab colour there. And I'm going to sample again. I'm going to get this one over here. Excellent. Okay, so let me start it now. Oh, he's gone into the wall and he's stopped. So that's a really, really good start to creating my Scratch crab maze. So if I go back on here, there's obviously a few more things I need to do. Alright, that I could do to create my next level as well. I can add the money. So you could go on there, have a look at the crab maze and see if you can do that. Now, if you get really, really good, once you've done that, you can have a go creating your own. So using the basic ideas from this crab maze, you can create all sorts of different mazes. Now, if you want to have a little search in the bar for Mr. Downs' bear maze, you should be able to see this one that I've made before. So using the exact same code, the exact same ideas, I've tried to make it a little bit more complicated. So I'm going to show you my bear maze. So I'm going to start it off, and this one I can move myself because I've changed the controls a little bit after I looked at it. I collect fish as I go around. If I hit the walls, then obviously I'll go back to the beginning. And I've even included a little enemy, a little bat there, and I need to stay away from that bat. Now, I've been really sneaky and I've chosen multiple choice endings. So I'm going to try and go for the blue button here. That might take me to the next level. Ah, it didn't. It took me back to the beginning. So I'll have to go again, and I'll try a different ending this time. I'll either try the green ending, or I'll try the silver ending. So I'm going to go through, avoiding the bat. Oh, he's getting close. I'm going to go for the green one this time. That takes me to the next level, where I've got another level, okay? So, using the exact same ideas as the crab maze, you can have a go at making something much, much more complicated. And if you want to have a go at trying to create my maze, then once again, you search for it up at the top, Mr. Downs' Bear Maze, and then you have a look inside all the coding I've done. Okay, just over here where it says code. There's a lot of code in there, okay, of how I've been able to make it do all sorts of things. But it's a really, really good help guide for you to have a little go at, alright? So, I'm hoping you'll have a little go at that and see how you get on, and I'd be really, really impressed at them, okay? I look forward to seeing some of your ideas, alright? You might be able to copy the link to it and send it to me on email, and I'd be more than happy to have a little look at your amazing coding work. Alright, have fun, bye!